Hey guys, what's going on? I am back with another movement stretching break. So a couple weeks ago we did upper body. This week we're gonna do lower body. So this is great if you sit all day, whether you're driving or you're sitting at a desk or just do a lot of that seated action. So let's start with the right leg and we'll just do some hip circles. And again, you don't need any fancy athletic wear to be doing this. So again, I'm just wearing jeans and a sweatshirt, just normally what I kind of kick around the house in. So we'll just start with some hip circles here. Bring that right leg up, send it out to the side, and then from the hip, internally rotate it to trace that circle. So if you were thinking about drawing a circle with the knee, it comes up, it goes out, it goes back around and down. So try to stay strong through this standing leg here and really let all the action happen in this hip. Good. We're going to do one more on this side. So bring it up, send it out, internally rotate at the hip. Now step this leg behind and on the diagonal. So I'm about a foot's distance from my front heel to my back toes. And I'm going to bend into both knees here, reach the right arm up, and lean over to the left. So my hips are going to the right and I'm leaning over here to the left. So hopefully getting a nice stretch, maybe hip flexor, the side of the body here. Good, then come back to center. And now we're gonna do some of those same hip circles, but in the reverse. So we're still working the same right leg. So you're gonna bring the heel towards the sit bone. You're going to pretend like you're stamping a wall behind you. You'll feel all these muscles turn on. And then you're going to bring the knee up and over like you were hurdling a fence. So the heel comes towards the sitting bone. Press it behind you and then bring it over the fence. But notice that I'm not borrowing from this standing hip here. Okay? One more. Heel to sitting bone, stamp the wall behind you, hurdle the fence. So what it would look like if I was borrowing from this standing hip is this, right? So you'd get some flexion in the spine here. I'd be leaning over to try to pull this hip up and over, but we don't want that. This time, cross the ankle over the knee and sit down for a little figure 4 stretch, right? So we're making kind of a number 4 with the legs, and we're gonna sit down and back. Now, if you are balance challenged, you can certainly do this with your hand on the wall, your hands on the back of a non-moving chair, so something that doesn't have wheels on it, or hands up against the wall in general. You could be facing the wall, or you could be side facing, okay? So you'll cross that leg and sit down and back. Hands can go on the leg here, maybe gently pressing the knee away from the shoulder. Just take a couple deep breaths here. And then release and stand. And you can shake out that leg. So now I'll just do a quick truncated version on the second side. So hip circles up, out, and around. So do a few in this direction. Remember, internally rotating at the hip, so I'm not borrowing from the other hip to make this happen. Now we'll step this leg behind and on the diagonal. So notice that you can see this foot as I step it behind here. Bending into the front knee, reaching up and over. So this time the hips are traveling to the left as I'm leaning to the right. Good, as you come back to center, we'll take those hip circles in the opposite direction. So the heel comes towards the sitting bone. Feel all these muscles kick on as you press the foot backwards. And then without borrowing from your standing hip, lift the knee over the fence. Good. The next time that leg comes up and around, you're going to cross the ankle over the knee. and sit down and back. And again, you could put hands on the wall, in front of you, beside you, hands on the back of a non-moving chair. And just really let the weight of your hips sit down and back, and maybe gently press the knee away from the shoulder. But we're not cranking on it, so it's a really gentle push. Good. As you come back up to stand, just shake out the legs. Okay guys, that's all I have for you this week. So a couple weeks ago we did upper body. This week we're doing lower body. If you have time, you can merge the two together or cherry pick from each routine the specific stretches that you love or you feel like you might need. Thanks for joining in. Let me know what you think. You can hit reply and leave me a comment and let me know what you think. You could share this video over on social media and let others share in the stretching fun. I'll be back next week with another video nugget about, I don't know, something that I'm really enjoying and loving. So I'll see you then. Bye.